Hello, my name is Ada, and I'm doing my second activity assignment for U.S. Political Science class. A current political issue that I selected was government-run health care, such as Medicare and Medicaid. Working as a CNA on the floor, uh, a lot of times patients have questions and I have to get a social worker because they handle things like the Medicare and Medicaid part of that, and that is, like I say, a part of a government-run health agency. And an activity that I engaged in, I was working today, and this is my president. This is a nurse. This is the vice president. You have a doctor sitting here, and you have a couple of people from corporate. You have a couple of people here from corporate, and they're discussing they're discussing some of the cuts that's probably going to be happening in 2025 when the new administration comes in. So they were talking about patient satisfaction, because patient satisfaction goes a long way. If a patient is not happy with their experience at the hospital, if Medicare, Medicaid is paying, a new policy that was implemented was that Medicare and Medicaid do not have to pay if patient files a grievance or a claim that they're not happy with their service. Used to, they would still pay, but now they're getting so many complaints that now they just implemented this policy. And this issue, how it's related to my study of interest, would be that I'm a pre-nursing student. In the near future, uh, God willing, I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to have to interact with patients. If they're not happy with my service, well, if they file a grievance, that grievance is going to go to Medicare and Medicaid. That's going to come back to the hospital. That's going to the president, vice president, nurses, doctors, all staff. They're going to be involved in this, and it has a big impact on the hospital, because if the hospital is not getting paid, if the doctors, the nurses, or staff are not getting paid, then there's a potential for that hospital to be shut down. So that's why I chose this, and that's why it's of interest to me, and why and how it can relate to my field of study, and the similarities, differences. Um, is similar because we have been discussing, government, agencies, different agencies. We're getting ready to discuss the presidency in our um, next chapter that's coming up. And like I say, we're going to have a new president, a whole new administration. There's going to be uh, different things that's going on within this administration. So all of this is going to trickle down. We don't know what cuts are going to be made. And like I say, my president, he's concerned because he runs three hospitals. And, he has to, they go to him when there's issues with Medicare, Medicaid, and he has a lot of responsibility. So, like I say, these agencies, government run healthcare agencies, it affects us. It affects everybody. It just doesn't affect the patient. It affects everybody. Everybody that's in leadership, um, whether we're working on the floor or whatever's going on, we're engaging with our patients. So if they're not happy, then Medicare and Medicaid don't have to pay. But a takeaway message that the impact of completing this assignment, I felt like this was really relatable because I am in the medical field. I am studying to be in the medical field. Like I say, I'm going for my bachelor's of science in nursing. So yes, this is going to impact me. This is going to impact me. It's impacting me already, but it's going to impact me more when I'm actually out there giving medication or, like I say, interacting with these patients. So, how will I continue? How will I continue to engage this issue? Well, like I say, working in healthcare, I'm gonna always be engaging in this issue. Long as there's government run healthcare agencies, it's gonna all I'm gonna always be engaged in that because, like I say, I'm gonna always be taking care of patients. And the political part of it, I'm gonna be thinking about the political aspect of it because everything that I'm learning now in my U.S. political science class. I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna engage in it. I'm gonna engage in, patient satisfaction. I'm gonna have to, being a nurse, I'm gonna have to fill out things that relates to Medicare and Medicaid because they ask a lot of questions. They want to know what's going on with the patient. Is certain medications that they can approve or they won't approve. So we have to fill out that paperwork. So I feel like being in my eyes have been opened more being in the political science classes and then next year I will be taking a minor in health administration. So I'm gonna even learn even more. So I feel like taking my government classes. It's really going to benefit me, especially next year when I start taking my health administration classes. So I feel like everything is, everything that I do in my government class is going to relate back to the field of to career choice that I've made, and that's to be a nurse. And so I hope you like this video. I hope that maybe you can see that doing this video, it relates a lot to my government classes, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I look forward to continue to use what I learned in my government class. Thank you.